Well, hey friends, it has been almost a year and a half since I have been here on YouTube, and I am just so happy to tell you that I am back. It was a refreshing, but also really hard, but beautiful at the same time, year and a half that I was away. I know some of you follow over on Instagram, but a lot of you don't. And so I have a lot to catch you up on, and that is kind of what today's video is going to be about. I thought I'd come on here and share kind of what we've been up to, what life has been like for the Holmes family over the last year and a half, and what I envision my channel looking like moving forward. Where to start? Today's video is going to be a little chatty, so make sure you grab your coffee or a cup of tea or whatever makes you cozy and just snuggle up or do your dishes, get some things done around the house. But I am going to try to do my best to just kind of walk you through the last year and a half and share why I'm returning back to YouTube. This isn't something that honestly, when I stepped away, gosh, 2 Novembers ago, that I thought would be happening. I was okay with not coming back. I think that the Lord had really prepared my heart for the season to come, and so much came that I truly could not have seen. And that is what I love so much about the Lord, because He is sovereign. He knows the bigger picture, and we simply don't. And so I think a lot of me stepping away was protection for our family, for my own mental health, and it really was the best decision. And I can look back now and understand that and see why it was the right choice for our family at that time. 2024 was a very challenging year for our family, specifically medically. We went from having 3 kids, ages 6, 8, and 10, who had never, not once, been in the hospital, to 2 of them being in a hospital setting, 1 of them on multiple occasions, my husband in the hospital, me having to get multiple tests run for different health things, and it really was a trying year. And I can see now, if I was trying to show up here authentically and well, I just wouldn't have been able to do it. So to give you just the short of it, in January of 2024, my husband, which many of you know, and he was going to pop in on this video, but don't worry, we will do a Q&A soon. He's with the kids at the park right now so that I can film in a quiet home. But in January of 2024, well, I guess I can back up to December. We had left for Illinois to go visit our family for Christmas, which is what we do every year. We live in North Carolina, so it's a bit of a trek. Right before, in fact, the morning of, we were getting up super early, leaving the house by 6 a.m. We heard a really loud sound, and it was coming from the garage, and it happened to be our garage door. The spring broke, and like when Chad had gone to, I think, open it maybe to get everything ready, get the car out to load it up, the garage door came crashing down. Chad ordered the part. If you've been on my channel for even a couple of videos, you know that Chad is incredibly handy and likes to do as much as possible on his own. He is a big DIYer and just figures things out by trial and error and watching YouTube videos. And so he was determined he's gonna fix the garage when we get back. So we got back in town after the holidays, and unfortunately, he went one morning before work, before the spring had come and he had had a chance to fix it. He went to manually open the garage door, and the entire garage door with all of its force slipped out of his fingers. He thinks when he got up from lifting it, he hadn't had breakfast or anything that morning, and he thinks that he probably just blacked out from getting up too quickly and he passed out, and the garage door came full force slamming down. And only by the grace of God and his protection, the only thing the garage door hit on the way down was Chad's nose. So he did break his nose. He did fall backwards, hit his head very hard on the concrete. It looked like a crime scene, and it was terrifying. And I'm just so thankful that we were able to get him to the hospital, get his head checked. Again, like, protection from the Lord, that everything was okay except his broken nose. So he did end up having surgery on that. Fast forward to April, and my son had a very traumatic break of the elbow in front of all of our family and friends at my daughter's, actually, at her birthday party at our home. And we rushed him to the ER. They very quickly, were able to tell by x-ray that it was broken really badly, and they needed to transfer him to the children's hospital. So we went via ambulance, and he had surgery first thing the next morning. Thankfully, he healed up really well, got his cast off, and 2 weeks later, after getting his cast removed, just pure accident, slipped down the stairs in our home and broke it again. And then my other son, had an incident and busted a tooth through his lip and had to go get stitches. And then I have had various health things. Thankfully, most things look great, and there's nothing really to report at this time, but it just was a lot. And I am so grateful that I'm sitting here today telling you that everyone is healed, everyone is doing great. We haven't been to the hospital in a while. So we're just really grateful for that. And at the end of the day, counting our blessings, because each situation could have been worse. And I'm so thankful that we really are healthy, and we are all doing great. We did have a big loss. My grandpa passed away this past year, and while it was incredibly sad, in 2000 he had a spinal cord injury. He had a bad fall and broke his neck in many places, and has been in a wheelchair ever since. So for the last 24 years of his life, he was in a wheelchair and essentially couldn't do anything for himself. And so the picture of him in heaven with a new body and with no ailments and no sickness, no injury, nothing, like, just gives us so much joy. So that has been the beauty in all of the loss. So those are the hard things that we've walked through, I think, as far as just over the last year and a half. But there have been so many good things, so many good things. We have just gotten so deeply plugged into our church and our community. Our friend group is just so close, and we feel just incredibly blessed to have just a true village and support in our friends. And we are just honestly so grateful for the ways that the Lord has brought different people into our lives in different seasons, and we're just in a really sweet spot right now. A really big life update is that we pulled our kids out of their charter school at the very beginning of this school year. So I think they were in school for 2 or 3 weeks. And the Lord has been working on our hearts for years for the possibility that our kids may not have the same schooling experience that Chad and I had. Chad and I grew up in a small town in Illinois, and we both went to the same kindergarten through high school system. So K through 12, we were with the same kids, the same families, and that was very normal, if you will. We live in a really big city, and There are so many different options as far as school goes, from public to charter to private to homeschool and co-ops, and honestly the list goes on and on. And so we really felt that he was telling us to pull them out based on just so many different things. Ultimately, it came down to just aligning with our values. So we are a homeschool family right now, and it has been a wild journey. It has been truly, honestly wonderful getting to spend time with the kids and getting to really see where they are with their learning and their different learning styles. To have the flexibility that homeschool offers has been such a blessing for our family. I never had a dream or a desire to homeschool the kids, but I always knew that that was something that maybe would be part of our family story, because we were just having open hands and open hearts to whatever the Lord was leading us to. And so we have been homeschooling, and it has been going well, but there have been different areas with each of our kids where I could see the benefit of putting them in some sort of a traditional school system. And we've been praying about it for months. And honestly, the Lord showed up in ways that we could have never imagined. The way that he presented this opportunity to us, the people that he put in our path to even make this something that we were interested in, and then let alone like soften not only our hearts towards it, but our kids' hearts towards it as well. I'm just so happy to share that they have been accepted into a private Christian school that is a university model. So what that means, if you're not familiar, is they will go to school 3 days a week, and then they will have 2 days at home with me where I will be working on their curriculum, their home study package that the school sends home. So we will still have a beautiful mix of school and homeschool, or traditional school and homeschool. And I am elated because 5 days at home is a lot. And I know that there are so many moms out there that are so gifted in teaching their children, and that they feel called to that. And I will just be honest in saying that I don't think it's my calling. But at the same time, there was so much about it that we have loved, that we want to continue and will get to continue with the partnership of this school that the kids will be going to. So we are thrilled. We could truly not be more excited. They will not be starting until the fall though, so we will continue homeschooling through the remainder of this school year. But it's something that we're so excited to be able to partner with. They offer so many incredible opportunities for the kids, and they're a project-based school, which just the learning style is something that our kids are going to thrive, and having faith intertwined in their learning is very important to us. And so we're just thrilled and we're really excited. But with that comes a massive added expense. So that is part of why you see my face here on your screen, because YouTube has provided for our family and has been such an incredible extra source of income. And I am here to not only be able to jump back into sharing long form content, because I have so missed it and I've so missed this community, but also this is an opportunity for me to be able to help pay for our kids' schooling. I know that I do not have to share that with you all, but it is a part of this, and it is a part of why I'm here. But the other part of why I'm here is because I truly genuinely miss you all. But while I've had my absence here on YouTube, I've been very active over on Instagram, and I love it so much. I do enjoy the short form content. I do enjoy being able to just share little bits and blurbs here and there and still showcase some of the things that we're doing in our home. But you are limited when you are sharing short form content, and I feel like I don't have the ability to really connect with my audience like I do here on YouTube. You amazing people are a family, and I miss you. I have been so blessed by all of the just sweet, sweet, sweet check-ins via email, via Instagram DM. Even here, I'll still get messages on YouTube just saying, you know, I miss you. I miss your videos so much. I wish you would come back. How are you? How's the family? What's new? What are you doing in your house? And that has been so incredibly sweet. And I have truly missed the connections. So I'm very excited to be here, to be able to just start connecting with you all again and being able to continue our friendships here on YouTube. I do want to share a little bit about kind of my intentions with coming back and my idea of what I would like to be sharing here on YouTube. Moving forward, I definitely envision having more of a lifestyle channel rather than boxing myself into one little niche of just home. So in order to be sharing long form content, I have to make it organically fit. And I am not planning on putting out a video every single week. Now, there may be weeks where I just had the time and maybe I was able to batch film some content. You may see that, but I'm not going to be sticking to a schedule. So there may be some months where it's just 2 videos. It just depends on what's going on with our life. I want to be sharing more of the day-to-day. So I envision sharing cozy days at home, day in the life videos, including recipes we're loving or grocery haul videos. Health has been a big topic in our home over the last year and a half. I have lost 20 pounds and we have made some pretty decent lifestyle changes. I definitely plan on getting into that more and sharing more about that in a future kind of Q&A style video. My camera card just hit the maximum recording limit, so I had to take a quick pause there. But if you have any questions truly about just anything, feel free to leave those in the comments below and I'll save them for an upcoming video where I just kind of dive deeper into the topics that you guys are interested in. But I'll definitely talk more about health and all of that good stuff. So moving forward, I would love to share more about our health journeys. Chad is on one as well, and I feel like this last year we've really learned a lot and have been just implementing some changes, little changes along the way that over time have made a big impact. I've also been really prioritizing my skin and my skincare regimen. I have been going to a med spa here and getting different treatments done on my skin just to help take care of it while I still am younger in my 30s. And that has been a huge part of my life as well, and something that I'd love to share about more with all of you. But also, of course, like, we love all things home. None of that has changed. We have continued to do all sorts of little projects here and there, rearranging things. Our home is going to evolve with us in each season of life. Can't wait to take you along as we do these upcoming house projects, and I want to bring you into our bedroom and show you how we color drenched and decorated that space. We have slowly been adding color in other areas of our home, which very, very recently we were in the living room, our main living room, and we painted our board and batten wall. and it just adds the coziest like softness to that space, but I love the character because there's color now. It's funny because I used to want everything white and bright, and I'm realizing that there are certain tones and shades of colors that really do also bring me that cozy comfort feel, and so we're incorporating that. We're actually getting ready to also add wallpaper in that room on our fireplace wall. I actually have the wallpaper. It was just recently ordered and delivered, and I am so excited. So that is a project coming up very soon that I will of course bring you all along on. We're also going to be adding something to this wall behind me here, and I can't wait to share that with you guys as well. Another big thing that we did this past year that I haven't gotten to share with you all here on YouTube is that we converted our basement to a basement apartment. And so we've got 2 full bedrooms, bathroom, living room, and a kitchenette. And we have 2 girls from our church that are renting out our basement, and they've been here since September, and it's been amazing. They are the sweetest girls, and it just has been so much of a blessing to our family to be able to give that space a purpose and also have a little added income as well with them living down there. And so that's just like a fun fact, something that we have also been up to this past year and a half. We also are converting my office to a schoolroom, and that has been so fun. So I will be sharing that with all of you. It is not done, so we'll be kind of working on it together. One of my biggest intentions and reasons for being back to YouTube is providing for our kids' schooling, and so I will not be doing as many haul videos as I was in the past. That was a really big part of my channel. If you have not been on this side of being a content creator, especially a home content creator, I would say fashion as well probably, it is very expensive. So we do have the great opportunity and true blessing to be able to work with incredible brands, and there are times where we get sent product. However, a lot of the time we're purchasing a lot of new home decor pieces, the latest releases from here or there, and that's on our own dime, and it's very easy to spend a lot more than you make here on YouTube, and I'm going to be very cognizant of not doing that this time around. And so I am going to have a budget that I'm going to be working with each month, and I am going to work really hard to not overspend. There was just constant new, and it was difficult to focus on contentment when we were continually having packages just arriving and going out and buying the latest and the newest, and our home was ever changing and the rooms were constantly, I mean, that was the premise of my channel, was going out, getting, let's just say for example Target or Home Goods or whatever, spring collection for example, and bringing it into my home and styling it for you. And I do love that, and I definitely will be doing different things like that, but it's probably not always going to be me going out and getting new. It's going to be me running up to my decor closet upstairs and bringing things down and seeing what I can work with that I already have, and maybe sprinkling in 1 or 2 newer pieces. So I did want to share that because that is where I'm at in life right now, and I really have put a heavy focus, not only for myself but our whole family and our kids, on contentment and not always needing the newest, best, prettiest, coolest thing, but yet being thankful and grateful for what we have. This really has to fit organically into our lifestyle and into our day-to-day in order for it to work. And so that's the plan and that's the goal. So to kind of wrap this video up, I just want to say that I've missed you all so much, and I am so thankful for your continued encouragement and support while I have been gone. It really has meant so much to see so many of you just popping in through DMs or emails, checking in on our family, and I've been so touched, and I'm so excited to be able to be back to continue our friendships here and relationships here, and I'm so grateful for this space. So while things have changed, of course, we have definitely made lifestyle changes. We've learned and grown a lot in our faith and just individually over the last year and a half. While all of those things have changed, I am still Sky. I still love decorating. I still love making a house a home. I have still really enjoyed doing all the things that I did before. My values are the same. The core of who I am is the same. But I'm just going to be changing how I show up here a little bit. So I hope that you will stay tuned. If you aren't already subscribed, would you please join my YouTube family? I'm really excited for this next chapter, and I hope that you will stick around for it. All right, friends, I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a great day. Bye.